Hi guys! So in this video I'll be showing you how to crochet what they call a crocheter's heart, which is this beginner's granny square. I personally think granny squares is what we crocheters make when we have no project. So let's get into this traditional crochet granny square. So what you need is some yarn. I'm using purple yarn in the size 6.5 millimeters, a size H8 5 millimeters crochet hook, and a pair of scissors. So to start this off, you're going to wrap the yarn around your two fingers, take the long strand, put it over the loop, and then take your crochet hook, insert it through the loop, grab the yarn, and pull it through, and tighten it. That will be making your basic slip knot. Now we're going to make a chain. To do that, you're going to wrap the yarn around your crochet hook and go into the loop. Wrap the yarn and into the loop. So you're going to make 4 of those. Once you have 4 chains, you are going to go into your first chain. Grab some yarn, come out, and then slip it through the loop you have on your crochet hook. That will be making a slip knot and a ring. If you want, you could stick your thumb through to make the hole a little bigger. Now you're going to chain 2, and now wrap the yarn around your crochet hook, go in through the ring, grab some yarn, come out, you'll have 3 loops, grab some yarn, go through the first 2 loops, grab some yarn, go through the second 2 loops. That will be making a double crochet, so make 3 of those right now. Once you have 3 double crochets, you are going to chain 2. That just sounded weird. Anyways, and then make another 3 double crochets. So what we will call these 3 double crochets in this video is clusters. So right now make 1 cluster. Once you have 1 cluster done, you are going to make 2 more, but remember to chain 2 in between. So right now you should have a total of 4 clusters and 4 spaces. 4, 3. It's going to turn into 4. So what you're going to do is you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to slip stitch into the chain 2 space we made in the beginning. Then you will have your 4 spaces. So you should have something like this, a small square, which is your first row of your granny square. Now you're going to chain 2 and then make 1 cluster in the same stitch you're in, or space. Once you have 1 cluster done, you're going to chain 1 and then make another cluster in that next space right there that's at the corner. once you're done with one cluster, chain 2, and then make another cluster in the same space. So in this granny square, every time you come to a corner space, you're going to make one cluster, chain 2, and then another cluster. That will be making the corner of your square because this is a granny square. So you should have something like that. And now you're just going to continue doing that all the way around. But one more time, you're just going to chain 1, and then you're going to make one cluster in the next space. And remember, when you're moving to the next space, remember to make one chain in between, unless it's a corner. After you're done making one cluster in your corner space, you're going to chain 2, and then make another cluster in the same space. Now you could continue doing that all the way around. So once you're done making your last cluster, you're going to chain 2 and slip stitch into the first double crochet we made on the row. And now you should have something like that, 2 rows of your granny square. So onto your third row, you're going to chain 2 and then make one cluster in the same stitch or space you're in. At the moment, I'm in a stitch. And now you're going to chain 1, and now your next space is in the middle of the row instead of at the corner. So what granny squares do is that the more rows you make, the more spaces you have. So on your next space, you're going to make one cluster. Once you're done with that, you're going to chain 1, then make another cluster in the next space, which is going to be your corner space. Now the same pattern happens in this corner space too. So cluster, 2 chains, and another cluster in the same space. You should have something like that. Now chain 1 and make another cluster in your next space, and then continue doing the same thing all the way around. Once you're done making your last cluster on your row, you're going to chain 2 and then slip stitch into the first double crochet you made on that third row. And you have 3 rows of granny squares, or whatever it is. Now if you want, you could stop right here, but I have one more thing that will make this granny square a lot more cuter. So what you're going to do is you're going to chain 1 and then make a half double crochet in the same stitch you're in. So grab the yarn, go into the loop, grab some yarn again, blah 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 blah. Let me explain it again in the next one. So grab some yarn, go in through the stitch, grab some yarn again and come out. You'll have 3 loops, then go through all of them. So it's half of a double crochet, that's why it's called a half double crochet. So you're going to make these all the way around, and this will be making your border. So when you come to a space, you are going to make a half double crochet in that weird looking stitch that has this loop dangling at the bottom. And then you're going to make a half double crochet in the space. And then you're going to make another half double crochet in the next weird looking stitch that has the loop dangling at the bottom. And then continue making your half double crochets across your stitches. Now once you come to your corner, you remember to go through the weird looking stitch and make your half double crochet. And then you still want your square a square, so you're going to chain 2, make a half double crochet in the corner space, and then make another half double crochet in the weird looking stitch. And then continue making your half double crochets on the other side of your square. So technically, this will be going on throughout the whole granny square for your border. And believe me, it gives it this really nice and neat look. So once you're done doing your border, which I'm not exactly yet, so remember on your last space, you are still going to go through the weird looking stitches and make your half double crochet. Then make a half double crochet in the stitch. Actually, no. Oh yeah, chain 2 of course because it's a corner. Duh. Then make another half double crochet in the weird looking stitch, and then slip stitch into the first half double crochet we made on that row. Now once you're done doing that, you're going to cut off a little bit of your yarn, and then you're going to chain 1 and pull all the yarn through, and then pull tight, really tight, because that will be making your knot. Now we're almost finished. Now we're going to just hide away these sticking out yarns. So to do this, you're just going to go through some random stitches on the back side of your granny square. And then, of course, you're going to take the yarn and pull it through. Now, why I like doing this is because just in case anything wrong happens, you could use it. But if you don't want to, you could also cut the yarn off. Once I pulled it through, I'm just going to take my scissors and cut off the excess yarn. Then you're just going to do that to the rest of the sticking out yarns. And that's it. You have 3 rows of your granny square, including 1 border, and that's pretty much it, because they're actually really easy to make. And why I like granny squares is because if you make lots of granny squares, you could sew them together into a blanket, pillow, or anything, and you can make them really large. They're like completely endless. So now follow me on Pinterest and Google Plus with the hashtag MissCraftNerd, and give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below, and of course subscribe. Bye!